Okay guys, as you know, I'm a long time big fan of Zeekr and their electric cars, and they've just revealed a new model, which I absolutely love. I don't know if it's coming to Australia. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I hope it does. Hello my friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Zeekr is a global car brand. They have just listed on the NYSE, so the New York Stock Exchange. Very surprising response from investors. The price has gone up and it's hit about $30 US. There's been a surge of interest in Zeekr. People think these guys have some incredible technology, which they do. Hopefully some of my videos have allowed people to realize just how impressive it is. What is really cool, guys, is I did a video which maybe was a little controversial, but for me it was simply telling you guys the objective facts. The Zeekr 007, there's a sedan, right? And when I saw the features and the specs and the range and the battery chemistry, the battery, who makes that battery, what model it was, everything, put it together, I'm like, well, this is better objectively than the Tesla Model 3 and the BYD Seal, because it is based on the price in China. If we're comparing all three, this is just better. And you know, I mean, this is objectively speaking. It's not like subjective where you go for a drive and you feel the touches and you touch the door panels and do they have the right feel to the door panels? Is it too plasticky? Is it too hard? Is it too rough? You know how journalists talk about that stuff? I'm like, I don't care if the plastics are, I'm not touching the side of the door all the time. Who cares? But you see my point, right, guys? What I do is I try and break down the facts. So what battery chemistry is it? What range are you going to get in the real world? And what are you going to pay for dollar per range? You know, how comfortable is this car based on the facts? What suspension is it using? These kinds of things. And based on that, this thing is amazing. And now, well, I don't like sedans. So they're just not practical, right? You got kids, you got bikes, you got things, surfboards, you know. What are you going to do with a sedan? Put a trailer on the back of the car, put roof racks on, and just every time you do anything, put everything on the roof. That's just not practical, guys. But there's now a station wagon, an Avant. I don't know what you guys call them in the US. Let me Google that. Okay, in the US, it's just called a wagon. In the UK, it's called an estate car. An estate car, yeah. Anyway, guys, this is a pretty cool looking car. I think it looks way better than the sedan, which, to be honest, I'd say the BYD Seal and the Tesla Model 3 look better than the Zeekr 07 sedan, but they don't look better than this wagon, because this wagon is incredibly sexy. You can just look at that look from the back, the side. Whoever designed this thing, kudos to you, mate. You've done a phenomenal job. Now, guys, specifications, prices. Well, first of all, we know the price because we know the price of the sedan, and this is just a slightly different body shape, a much better looking body shape. $29,000 US for the cheap rear-wheel drive model, or the standard model. $31,008 for the so-called smart rear-wheel drive. The all-wheel drive version is $31,800. The smart all-wheel drive is $36,000, and the performance model, which is the one that I think is the absolute beast of a car, is $41,500. Now, when it comes to the features, this thing is pretty damn impressive. It has an 870 kilometer range, because Zeekr are using some very advanced technology. For one, they're utilizing the lithium iron phosphate Golden battery. If you haven't heard of the Golden battery, it sounds ridiculous. Golden battery sounds very Chinese, but it's very freaking awesome. So I will put a link in the description below to Zeekr's Golden battery, which is, it's giving this car 870 kilometers of range. WLTP, you're probably looking at about 800 kilometers of range. But like I said, I mean, none of these cars are all that expensive. So getting that kind of range from a vehicle costing that much money, yeah, it shows you just how impressive it is. Now, even the base model of this car gets 14-way power front seats with ventilation and massage. The rear seats have heating. It has a 15-inch OLED center screen and a 35.5-inch heads-up display, a 21-speaker premium audio system, and an AI fragrance system. I'm not sure why you need artificial intelligence for fragrance, but anyway, apparently you do. It's got a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8295 CPU, which I believe might have been upgraded since then. It also comes with standard LCC Plus enhanced lane centering assistance and NZP high-speed autonomous pilot assistance. That interior looks very good, by the way. The vehicle is equipped with the various pack assistance systems such as APA, RAPA, and FTP. Lots of acronyms. I don't really understand what those are. Basically, it's pitched as a luxury car. So when it comes to the actual numbers, 310 kilowatt for the all-wheel drive version and 870 kilometers of range. The battery can add 610 kilometers in 15 minutes because it can charge at speeds of 500 kilowatt fast charging. You see my point now with the technology, right? It's insane. So it does 0 to 100 in a staggering 2.84 seconds. 2.84 seconds, 0 to 100, 870 kilometers of range, fast charging in 15 minutes. Yeah. If this thing comes, needless to say, it's going to sell incredibly well. Now, it's not a small car either. It's bigger than the Model 3. It's bigger than the BYD Seal. It's 4,865 millimeters long, 1,900 millimeters wide, and 1,448 millimeters high. Now, that's the sedan version. I believe the Wagon, the Estate, that might be a little bit longer than that. Now, obviously, it's got to be much more practical. But getting back to those batteries, just going to give you a quick update on those. Zeekr uses a 75 kilowatt LFP battery for the standard, cheapest version of this car. But that's the Golden battery, and it has a higher energy density than BYD's Blade batteries, significantly higher. In fact, I think it's about 20% higher. Maximum range of that model with the 75 kilowatt hour battery is 688 kilometers, CTLC. The battery can be upgraded to Cater's 100 kilowatt hour NMC battery. I believe that's the chill-in battery for an extra $2,700. You can get a battery pack, right? An extra 25 kilowatt hour battery pack size upgrade for $2,500. That's ridiculous. Unbelievable. Anyway, the option is available for the smart wheel drive, the all-wheel drive, and the smart all-wheel drive. So in any model, you can get over 800 kilometers of range. Probably in the real world, if they're saying 870. Probably real world, maybe 750. Either way, that's crazy. So the warranty, what is it? 6 years and 150 kilometers. Warranty, I believe the battery warranty is 8 years, so it's longer than that. Now, I should make a point here, guys. If you're wondering about investing in this company, Zeekr, according to online sources, they have not made a profit yet, which is of no surprise because no one does in China. But Zeekr plans on selling more cars overseas than they do in China. That would be good. That would be good for their future profits because, competing in the bloodbath of China, as the CEO of Xpeng called it, very hard to make a profit. Now, to date, apparently Zeekr have accumulated losses of over $3 billion US, which is not that much. I mean, doesn't Lucid lose about that much money about a week, right? Yeah, maybe not a week, but maybe 2 weeks. I'm joking, but I know Ford loses that much. What's Ford going to lose? 5.5 billion this year on their EV division, and they don't do anything impressive like this. Now, guys, I am very impressed by this company. One thing worth pointing out is Xiaomi are a direct competitor, and the new Xiaomi SU7 is extremely good. Is it better than this car? Well, I personally don't think so. But Chinese buyers love the Xiaomi SU7, but you can't buy the SU7 as a wagon. And for me, I've always loved wagons. This wagon would be unbelievable. Zeekr, if you bring this to Australia, I'd be in the market. I'd be very interested. Thank you for watching, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye-bye.